Hey, good morning. I had something that came across my desk this morning that I thought was kind of interesting as far as the crossroads of mental illness, psychology, and violent crimes. There's a gentleman in India who happens to be the grandson of a former prime minister, and he is a very high-ranking, well-connected individual by the name of Prajwal Revanna. Uh, he is the grandson of a former prime minister, and it just came out that he actually fled the jurisdiction of India to Germany because there was allegations that he raped and sexually assaulted up to 400 women, and that he filmed himself while this was going on. In fact, there was almost 3,000 videotapes, and that he was using these sexual assaults to then blackmail the victims of these crimes. Now, you'll notice that in the title it didn't say serial rapist because obviously the man hasn't been convicted. He hasn't had his day in court, but it's just serial rape. And rape itself is an all too prevalent act of violence here in the world, and many men, especially, rape for many different reasons. Whether or not it be a feeling of some kind of hostility towards women, whether or not it be some type of narcissism, a lack of empathy, or literally all three. There are many different reasons that this happens. But what you don't necessarily see is number one, the level of dehumanization of the victims, and then going back and then blackmailing, making these people relive that trauma over and over and over again for some type of gain. That's highly unusual. I want you to remember that name because there is a very good possibility that we will be seeing it again here coming up, depending on what happens. If they know that he's in Germany, so an extradition, the fact that he is from a well-known politically connected family, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of different angles and avenues to this story. But just wanted to bring that to your attention, and let's talk about it later on.